This will be Psalms 91, 92, 94. Okay. Well, that was quick. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High, he will live in the shadow of the Almighty. He will say to Ivy, you are my refuge and fortress, my Creator in whom I trust. He will seek refuge in his love for him. He is a shield and shielder. He will not be afraid even in terror at night, nor the stalkers. Okay, these are he who dwells in the shelter, he who lives. He will. He will live in the shelter of the Most High. He will live in the shadow of the Almighty. He'll say to Ivy, you are in whom I trust. Oops. Is there a space there? Must be an 8-point or something. Oh, from the stalkers in the night. You will not be afraid of. You will not be afraid. I don't need the word even. Of the terrors at night. From the stalkers in the night. Stalkers isn't the right word. Or of the destruction they lay for him. Or the traps. Stalkers in the night. Thieves in the night. Thieves in the night, or the traps they lay for him. 1,000 will fall to his left side, 10,000 to his right. He will see with his eyes and repay the wicked. For he made YHVH his refuge in the Most High. The Most High is in Most High in heaven. Yeah, it has to be is in, because that otherwise that would be like Most High in heaven, like there's more than one creator. I'm thinking that's how I can't allow that. He made YHVH his refuge. Our Most High in heaven. Comparing them to the other gods. They don't exist, but for those pagans that would read that, I'm still trying to get away from more than one creator in heaven on that. Okay, well, we know that, but the text is leading that. It's strange to say it that way. No evil will befall him, nor will any beast come near his tent. No evil will befall him, nor any beast will come near his tent, for he gave him his angels a command concerning him, to guard him always, even in his way of life. They are to lift him up with their hands, lest he strike his foot against a stone. Because he loves him, he will deliver him and set him on high. Because he knows your name, he will call upon you, and you will answer him. You will be with him in his troubles, and you will rescue him. Okay, now this is definitely about Jesus, but who wrote it? What king would write that? Words about Yah. Writers unknown. There's nothing here to. Even by the words being used, fortress would be from Jerusalem, which would be when they knew about Jesus. I can't place who would write this. I just can't place it. Unknown writer. Okay. And now we go to 92. Okay, this isn't very long here. Give thanks to YV and praise his name, and declare his love for us, and also his faithfulness to us. Okay, I can live with the word faithfulness on that one. For YV has made me happy. YV has made me happy, but what he has done for us. The creations by his words. His thoughts are very deep. I think I'd have to do that. The senseless has no knowledge of him, and the stupid has no understanding of him. Senseless have or has. I think I replaced have with has. The senseless. The senseless has no knowledge of him, and the stupid has no understanding of him. The wicked are like grass, and every one of them the wicked are like fading grass. What's the meaning of grass? Because it could be chaff from wheat. They're just blowing away. The wicked. I'm trying to think of the meaning of grass. And the wicked are like snakes, and every one of them sins. The wicked are like snakes. But why he is, and he sees his enemies. His enemies will be punished. Everyone who sins will be together. The righteous man will flourish and grow like a cedar in Lebanon, that's straight and tall from plenty of water. For they are planted by the house for YV and will flourish by our Creator. Yeah, I'm going to change grass to snakes. The wicked are sneaky like that. Okay. Now, how do I... Now, this could be a priest, but I don't see any words like that. If this is from a prophet, I don't see any words like that. Grow like a cedar. Well, we don't need that. Wonder if there's pine trees in Israel. although cedar's leaves wouldn't be as sharp as a pine, so that's not needed. But the object is I was going to say, but about why these righteous and enemies. So it has to be unknown. I can't place whether this is a priest, a prophet, or even a scribe. We might have our first scribe. I'm not sure. Unknown scribe, not writer, scribe. And that one is done. 94. YHVH'S shine forth and rise up and judge man and render payment to the proud. And render judgment. And remember, and render, I'd have to say your judgment to the proud. Render your judgment, it has to be judgment. And having a little trouble here. Render your judgment to the proud. I'm trying to think of a better word, so because I'm sure David was proud. Render judgment to the proud. How would, remember, okay, 94. Let's see what they're using here. It's actually used as pride or proud, and no other time is it used like that. So render judgment for their evil. Rise up and judge man and render judgment for their evil. It has to be for their evil. For how long will the wicked be YV? Yes, right here. Render judgment How long will the wicked exalt themselves? The wicked has to be here. I'm just going to put wicked for the simple fact that how long will the wicked be, and how long will the wicked exalt themselves? Render judgment to the wicked for how long will the wicked be, YV, and how long will the wicked exalt themselves? They pour forth their speech arrogantly, while raiders vaunt themselves. Said speaks over 4,000 times, so the raiders speak of themselves. Speak of all raiders. They pour out their speech arrogantly. And I don't need the word all. And the raiders speaks of themselves. And the raiders speak of themselves. Trying to think, how is that? The wicked exalt themselves. They pour forth their speech arrogantly. And every one of them speaks of themselves. I'm going to use all as everyone. Every one of them. And every one of them speaks of themselves. They crush his people and afflict his servants, for they slay our widows and murder our orphans. I bet you crush and oppress is the same thing here. Well, it's used as oppressed once, crushing 15 times. So they crushed his people and afflict his servants, for they slayed our widows and murdered our orphans. And they have said, Yah does not see them, nor does our Creator understand them. Understand, you senseless. Hey, this writer and the last writer used the word senseless. Among our people, he has chastened the nations and teaches mankind's knowledge. YV knows our thoughts and blesses his people. YV will grant him relief. Grant him relief in the days of adversary, for Yah will not abandon his people. I don't think I need it bold here. And I see I've got it bold up here. Not abandon his people, for he will, nor will he forsake his servants, for judgment will again be righteous. This has to be Jesus' judgment they're speaking of. And all the upright in heart will follow him. Who will stand up for me again? Who will stand? They will stand up for me against the evildoers. He will stand up for me against the evildoers. This is almost like a double. So if it's Jesus here, and the upright will take his stand. Here, we might have to have those that are following him. The upright will take his stand for me. Who has to be the upright? The upright against evildoers, and the upright will. I'm going to put the word "and" here. And the upright will take his stand for me against those who do wickedness, if it had not been my help. Why they had not been my help, my soul would soon have dwelt. My soul would have lived in silence. And that would be in the abyss. So would soon have lived in. I'm going to put the abyss here. If you want to experience the abyss, check out the video I've got below. It does make me different. You can witness your soul, another dimension of time and space. If I should say my foot has slipped, your love will support me. When my anxious thoughts, when my thoughts are anxious, when I have anxious thoughts, when I have when I have anxious thoughts, your consultations delights my soul. Hold on here. Consultations 4 times and comforting once. When I have anxious thoughts, you comfort. What is delight? Delight is used 4 times. Play once. When I have anxious thoughts, your salvation delights my soul. I think it's salvation because we're talking about living in the abyss here. To be truthful, it has to be salvation. It has to be salvation because it delights his soul, and his soul is going to heaven. So it's not the consultation that did this, it's his salvation. Your salvation for me delights my soul. Mankind devises mischief by decree and bans them to band themselves together against the life of his righteous and condemn his innocent. But YV will be his stronghold, for our Creator is his refuge. He will judge their evilness, just as YV will judge them. And this needs to be put down here below that line. I needed to see if that, yes, that's 4 verse. Okay, now words about Jesus. And this again, okay, this, when it says here, YV is, shine forth, I'm going to put this, because the only one that would know that, to be able to do this and witness our Creator as a being of light, is either a prophet or a priest. Words of a prophet or priest. And it wouldn't have to be the high priest. So I'll have to look at the other words by the high priest. But the high priest used to become judges, so their word is I'm going to say high priest. I don't think you can, just because of these words right here. And let's see, 4, is that it? Yep. And that will do it for here. And yes, I'm getting better at this side of the title. I was labeling just Jesus. Now I got a Yah and Jesus, because that's the name they gave for him. So let me stop with this one and on to the next.